Welcome to this crypto market news interview at Money 2020 in Singapore. I'm your host, Decentro. I'm with Kris Marszalek, CEO of Monaco Card. Kris, thanks for being on the show.
Thanks for having me, Decentro, and thanks for coming to visit us at Money 2020.
Yeah, no worries. So, are you enjoying Singapore?
Oh, the show has been amazing. It's by far the best show, the fintech show that I've been to in Singapore. Excellent,
right?
Yes. Good. We've had a very intense first day, lots of great people, and you can see that the crypto crowd joining together with fintech guys to do business is amazing, absolutely amazing.
Well, that's why I think this in particular is a turning point event, just because fintech's getting infiltrated with crypto, and that's awesome. So your presence here is quite remarkable. It's MasterCard just across the way here, and Monaco Card right beside. It seems like you're sort of representing Visa in a sense at this event.
Yes, we're very happy to represent our partners, not only with our presence here at the booth, but also there is a panel later today with JCB, MasterCard, and Monaco, talking a little bit on behalf. We're very happy about it.
Okay, I'll be covering that talk.
Yeah, excellent.
So can you get into the arrangement with Visa a little bit?
Yeah, so how this kind of partnerships work is that there is a financial institution that is the card issuer, and we, Monaco, are a Visa program manager. So we are responsible for the distribution, design, customer service, KYC, AML, everything, and the issuing partner just deals with issuing of the cards and settlement to Visa.
And who's the issuing partner?
It's a German bank.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And they are?
And they are Wirecard.
Wirecard.
Yes.
Okay, right. I'm going to look
That's
into
right.
that. Sweet. So just a huge congratulations on maintaining this arrangement with Visa, because as you know, Visa dropped Wavecrest, which eliminated quite a bit of any sort of competition you guys might have. What is it that Monaco Card did differently to ensure you guys can carry on and survive?
Absolutely. As you know, for us, number one core competence is compliance. So we are committed to making sure that we do things the right way the first time. It takes a little bit longer, as you know, to roll out this kind of product globally, but we are 100% compliant with Visa rules and local regulations to make sure that we have a strong foundation to serve millions of customers around the world. And we have received a lot of pressure over the last year and a half since we started working on this project to launch faster and faster and faster. We decided to take no shortcuts, do it the right way, and it's just paying off right now.
Yeah, of course. So crypto investors are some of the most impatient humans on the planet. True or false?
Well, it's our job to make sure that we communicate effectively with the community so that they know what's on the roadmap, what progress we're making on day to day. Obviously, as you build a company that is supposed to last decades, it's hard to reconcile with the 3-minute candle on how your token trades, right? But we are trying our very best to bridge the gap with ever improving communication. And right. I think we've done a good job during this event. We've shared more details about the Monaco product roadmap with the Auto Invest product and the blockchain-backed credit product that are coming later this year. And we also started the closed beta of our app and received great feedback from the community. So you can see Monaco is slowly doing better and better on this front.
Well, I think you're doing the best, which leads me to my next question. Who out there even remotely can compete with what you've accomplished?
Well, it's still super early days. Obviously, our vision is to bring cryptocurrency to every wallet, which means we have to be present globally, everywhere, and have millions of users on our platform, right? So we are by no means done. This is just super early days. But when we look at the market in general, we look at large banks like HSBC or Citibank as our competition. They have millions of customers, and they're not doing a particularly good job at serving them. So we think there's an opportunity to rethink and reinvent financial services around blockchain, and that's what Monaco is going to do over the next few years.
Yeah, I'm not aware of another crypto credit card solution that is at the stage you guys are at. Have I just not seen it, or am I correct?
I think it's going to be extremely hard for any cryptocurrency card startup to compete with what Monaco is doing. And if you look at the progress over the next 3 to 6 months, it's going to be apparent. It's going to be very, very tough to compete. But again, where the customers are right now, you mentioned the WaveCard situation, it wiped out a lot of those card programs. They have no customers, so you can't talk about competition there. There are no customers that are being served, right? Banks have the customers. We have to go after the banks.
Right, so you guys are very much paving the way. I personally think as Monaco sees ongoing success, we will see other projects because they'll know it's possible. Just going back to the impatience of part of the community, can you comment on the fact that Monaco and Visa together are pioneering uncharted territory and the difficulties in achieving the complete vision?
I think that we've done a very good job of bringing partners of great brands and those are large corporations that have their own concerns always, but we've done a very good job bringing them to the table, showing them how we can do things properly, and I think the core compliance, the attitude towards compliance, this is our core skill set. They really appreciate it. Plus, when you look at the product, the card it's a very, very premium card. The app is beautifully designed and very useful. Big brands want to be associated with this kind of high quality projects. So we've done a good job so far bringing people in, and we will continue to do so. Of course, it comes at the cost of speed, and there's no doubt about it. $200 billion corporations don't move at startup speed, and certainly not at crypto startup speed.
Well, they're not in a position to want risk, really.
Correct, correct. So it's our job to bridge the gap, and but you need those strong foundations. I mean, if you want to have 50,000 people, 100,000 people, 200,000 people on the platform, then you can cut corners. If you're looking for millions of customers, you need to have a safe and secure environment, fully compliant, and then you can actually make an impact. Yeah. There's right now probably 20 to 30 million cryptocurrency holders globally. Mm-hmm. I believe firmly that in 5 years' time, this number is going to be 1 billion.
A billion?
A billion.
In 5 years?
In 5 years' time.
Okay.
And we have a role to play. Monaco has a huge role to play to help expand the entire ecosystem.
That's a 5,000% increase.
I
would agree.
The speed of adoption, it's amazing, and you can see this unfolding in front of us, and we're very, very fortunate to be a part of this revolution.
Cool. Clearly, your patience and making sure you cross the T's and dot the I's of regulation, it's clearly paid off. So congratulations on that strategy. I think you obviously made the right decision.
It's a team effort. We've built an amazing team, so I couldn't possibly take credit for this, but we're very excited about what's in front of us.
Okay, cool. So it looks like you've developed incentive to hold Monaco Card, Monaco tokens. Now with the credit system you have planned, can you briefly explain how that credit system will work?
Yeah, so we view this opportunity as a chance to reinvent how credit works in general. We are going to do away with monthly statement. We're going to give credit instantly, and obviously this is also a great opportunity for Monaco token to be used in the platform to, for example, unlock a grace period. So you'll have an interest-free period even when you're actually using the credit we have allocated to you. Right? There's more to come on this front. Again, just think about it like this. 20 years ago, internet came and new business models were invented around it. Customers got better service. This is an opportunity of this size. So you look at a credit card as it works today, with people getting slapped with a statement, a late fee, an annual fee, and an unknown FX charge. Is this the way you should be treating our customers?
Nah.
We don't think so. So there's an opportunity to ask difficult questions around the business models, about how you treat your customers, how you make them feel, and we are going to reinvent this whole thing.
That's really cool. Just out of curiosity, do you have a partnership lined up to do credit history checks so you can gauge how much credit somebody should have? Is there going to be anything in the works? As
a company, we are going to be sitting on a lot of data in terms of transaction data, behavioral data. So we want to use cutting edge technology to understand our customers. but we don't need to run a credit check to give you a credit line, because if you bought a Bitcoin at 10,000, we can give you an instant line collateralized with the Bitcoin of 4,000 or 5,000, and there you go. You're off to the races. You can start spending it, and you can actually keep your Bitcoin or our Monaco token while having full access to the cash. The ultimate have your cake and eat it too. So it's absolutely exciting. It's
an
exciting
product.
That's
very leading edge.
Yeah, it's cutting edge. It's instantaneous, right? So it's going to be very hard for banks to compete with those kind of innovative products.
Right. Cool. So congratulations on the partnership with Jumio. It looks like they will help streamline KYC. Is that the point of the partnership? Just to make it easier for users to get on board, get through the compliance?
Yeah, you could see the way we've designed our onboarding for the card reservation is pretty sleek, and 70,000 people completed the process so far. And Jumio is an important technology partner for us. They allow us to do all the KYC checks through the mobile phone. Obviously, there's more to it. After we collect the data, there's some additional work that we need to do with it in order to be fully compliant with KYC, AML frameworks. But that's a very, very important partnership for us. They have been a supportive partner from day one.
Jumio has?
Yes.
Okay, and it's just been announced.
Correct.
Right.
Correct.
Cool. So the beta launch of your app and the whole system, it looks like users can hold Monaco, Ethereum, Bitcoin, the Binance coin BNB, and fiat. Are there any other coins in the pipeline? I've noticed on Twitter you're getting quite cozy with Dash. Is that a sort of hint of things to come?
Well, there's interest from a lot of leading projects in adding their coin to Monaco. Obviously, we've mentioned before that we are keen to give our users access to 1-200 top coins from the app level. Again, it's our job to expand the ecosystem and in the process shape the future of money. So I think this is one of very important initiatives. It's very early it's a little bit too early to talk about individual names, but it's something we are working on. The pipeline is super strong, and the interest is we don't even have to actively do this.
I'm sure people are approaching you guys.
Yes,
there'd be a long queue.
We are really humbled by the level of support that we've gotten.
That's fantastic. I'm not surprised. So this next question is actually why I came to Singapore. I told you yesterday I actually came to meet you guys. I got permission from my wife to come.
Which is always important.
Yeah, it was very important, absolutely. She's, by the way, a very supportive wife of a crypto trader.
Awesome.
Yeah, I think she should start her own blog because she's really good at supporting what I do. But anyways, I did actually come here to ask you guys, with crypto adoption gaining so much traction, do you foresee a future where, for example, in Singapore, any banks that currently are involved with Visa, do you think one day, maybe soon, the banks will offer directly to their customers a Monaco card, where I'll walk into a bank in Singapore, there'll be a Monaco card poster, sign up now through the bank? Is that a possibility, do you think?
I think it wouldn't make sense for Monaco. I mean, we don't need additional demand. We don't need distribution partners. We would be very selective about this type of partnerships, and if you ask my opinion, I would prefer to talk to cryptocurrency exchanges rather than banks. They're more aligned with what we're doing.
I'm asking from a sort of mainstream standpoint. Of course, we're in a crypto bubble intellectually, and most people still use banks. So that's sort of where I'm coming from.
Yes, no, I understand. So the way we approach this is we're leading with a rockstar product. The Monaco Platinum card is going to compete against best credit cards globally.
Right.
So we make it obvious to anyone that this is absolutely the best choice you can make. Not versus other crypto startups, but versus banks. Let customers vote with their wallets. There's plenty of demand for what we're building. And this event confirms that there's just people queuing up to talk to our team and understand, when can I get my card, all this, right? We really don't need additional distribution. And I think that just fundamentally, from a business standpoint, banks are perceiving us as competition.
Well,
probably rightfully so. We also understand that for us, we are clearly differentiated. We've got products built on blockchain using crypto as an innovation toolbox. They won't be able to follow. So on one hand, you've got this card product that mass market user understands what is cashback, what is lounge access, more perks are coming, no FX fees, no annual fees, right? That's already a great MVP. They get the value instantly, right? And then you follow with innovative crypto products like the auto invest product and like the blockchain-backed credit. And what are the banks going to do? I mean, they will have to up their game. They'll have to up their game, right?
Or just jump on board.
It will take. My view is that we have like three good years of
front runner advantage.
Yes, just the way those institutions operate. Yeah. It's not really a startup speed, right? So we've got a good 3 years.
Cool.
They're already at the institutional level. What Goldman Sachs is doing, setting up their own trading desk, trying to solve the issue of who is holding the custody of the coins. Right, this important institutional problems to solve. So there's a lot of innovation that's going to happen this year on the institutional side of banking, right? But for retail banks, I mean, this is a greenfield opportunity. There's nothing out there, and there won't be anything out there for the next few years.
Cool. The answer you gave to my question really shows the position you guys are in, and I really like how you've answered the question I came here to ask you. That's really cool.
Oh, thank you very much for having me. I mean, it's a pleasure.
Cool. So one thing I've realized over the years, and why I initially got into crypto, was because it's an option outside of fiat, and morally speaking, there are quite a few problems with fiat, especially the USD. So I'm anxiously waiting to have a Monaco card. I live in New Zealand, which is a bit of an issue, of course, as you know. I am considering moving out of New Zealand to get my Monaco card, but that's something I'll have to take up with my wife, of course. So the satisfaction of holding non-fiat is tremendous. So, and it drew me to Monaco because for me, half of the problem is solved. 50% of the problem is solved. My side of it, I can choose to hold crypto and spend crypto, and that's 50%. The other side is the merchant side. So do you see a future where the Monaco card system will help the merchant side actually keep the crypto that we want to spend?
So you can look at this as any type of marketplace, right? You've got the merchant side where you need to have whatever you choose to pay. There needs to be acceptance, right? So that's what our partners at Visa are bringing to the table. 40-50 million merchants, broad acceptance. It's our job right now to increase the size of the platform, right? The users, cardholders, the app downloads. From business standpoint, you should always solve one side of the equation first.
Yeah.
It's very hard to do both at the same time, right? So we've got the acceptance sorted. Now we're going to deal with the distribution. Ask me this question again 2 years later after we've got the distribution done.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
I like what you said about holding crypto. I would like to add to it.
Sure.
We believe that the future is decentralized. Monaco is at a very early stage right now. When our full app launches soon, we are still holding the keys, but it will remain our priority to innovate and make sure there's the tech in place to give the private keys to the users as soon as it's practical in terms of speed and fees, and that fits very well into this narrative. I mean, that's the future.
That's cool. I really like how you say you want to facilitate this process as soon as it's practical. It really shows the maturity and the proper approach. to this. It's really this incredible mission that you guys are on. So I really like that. So I do have some questions from the Reddit community. From Reddit, how much of the ICO funds remain, and when does Monaco expect to start generating a profit?
We are fully funded to achieve our objectives. We converted most of the funds to fiat and we're fully funded for now to get where we want to get. I think it's a little bit too early to talk about break-even. The next few years is going to be about investing aggressively in, first of all, the team and the technology that we have, compliance. You need to be able to have presence in all core markets on the ground in order to be compliant, getting licensed, and obviously customer acquisition. Plus, there's the products like credit, which require a strong balance sheet, right? So it's going to be a period of aggressive investment in all those key areas. So you should not be. It's unwise at this stage to go for profitability.
Okay, so does Monaco Card have the liquidity necessary to get through the next couple of years to the point where you're making profit?
The simple answer to this question is that if you have a product like this and you want to build a global financial institution built on blockchain, it requires hundreds of millions of dollars.
Of course.
We have raised 26.7, which means that you can expect us to raise more along the way.
Okay, and how will that look? What are your avenues for raising?
There are multiple options. This event actually has been very effective. We've been approached by some of most recognized and respected VC firms in the world. So let's see where it takes us.
Okay, that's really good news. Yeah. Cool. Again, from Reddit, providing interbank exchange rates is really cool. Can you briefly explain how this is technically feasible?
Well, so basically we've built a backend that plugs into liquidity providers for FX market. FX is the single most liquid market there is, but there's always a question of how do you take this institutional level liquidity that is accessible to people like Goldman and large hedge funds and make it available to a retail customer without breaking the bank. So that's where our innovation comes in, and we've got proprietary technology to deal with this and offer it to the customers as a value add. We think that charging FX rates in 2018 that have a markup of 2, 3, 4, 5% is just obnoxious, and we will make it disappear.
Right. Wow. What a goal. That's fantastic. And finally, everybody wants to know when are people going to have a card in their hands?
Okay, so I won't say 7 to 14 days because that's
oh, that's very soon.
No, I will not say it. I will not say
right.
it. It's weeks away.
Weeks away?
Yes.
So second quarter.
I think it's not a surprise that we've got massive presence at Money 2020, and the original goal was to make sure we have a live card here at the show, so that we can go and buy coffee with it. We missed the mark by a short time. We are getting very, very close. So it's I can't wait.
Yeah, a lot of people can't wait as well. So you guys are going to be in Amsterdam, Money 2020?
Sean, our CMO, is having those conversations with the Money 2020 team. We've liked what we've already got done at this show. Let's see.
So possibly safe to say in Amsterdam we'll be swiping Monaco cards.
Oh, that's for sure.
Oh,
no question. Sure. No question about that.
All right. Time to celebrate, everybody. You hear that? It's coming soon. Everyone's waiting. All right, Kris, thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
On the show. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you so much.
No worries.
Cheers.
Thanks for watching, everybody.
Thanks, guys.
Subscribe to my channel, ring the bell, and follow Decentro on Steemit and Twitter.